Heckin' Zeno. This fight has so much RNG it's going to spin your head. I normally opt for 2-man teams in Hall of Trials, but with this much RNG, I'm going for a 4-man team for increased stability. You'll want a Thief Hero for your damage dealer, and to bring somebody along who has a stable attack break. For me, I chose Singelica. Singelica brings a imprint for my damage dealer, and her S1 skill has a 75% chance to attack break. More RNG, I know, but it's a pretty stable attack break. You want to run her fast. I went around 260-265 speed and give her enough effect resistance that she doesn't get debuffed. Warhorn is probably her best artifact for this, as it will help her push ahead of the other speed units. I'm bringing Tamarin along to keep my team alive. Tamarin has great healing potential and also offers dual attacks. Even though she's a fire unit, it's not that much of a problem with her proccing the skill null. I went ahead and gave her a damage artifact and ran her about the same speed as my Singelica. If you have trouble surviving, you can swap out for a healing artifact, though I recommend you stay away from Tome as it can mess up your speed tuning. Kitty Clarissa is great for this. I turned off her dual attack imprint because it was driving me batty. The number of times I dual attacked when I didn't want to and it bricked a run, I almost threw my phone. Again, run her fast, 250 to 260 speed range. I gave her S1 EE so she could help contribute to healing, and I gave her a damage artifact so she could contribute even more to damage. Speaking of damage, I decided to run Sid as my damage dealer. Sid brings a speed imprint, which helps a lot, and Sid does out-damage Violet. You'll want him at about 85% crit chance because he gets the elemental bonus. Run Cruel Mischief for your damage artifact. You might think Dust Devil will work out better, but Dust Devil can only proc once per turn, and if you math it out, Cruel Mischief just does more damage and is more stable. So there's a couple of reasons I'm not running a 2-man team for this. One is people complain when I use Conqueror Lilius because not everybody has her, and Fire Lilius is pretty much impossible to use in this fight. If you miss on Zeno, he procs Skill Null, with Fire Lilius being a fire unit into Zeno a water unit, and even with Conqueror Lilius, you can still miss. Zeno has built-in evasion, and that can still brick your runs. So I decided the 4-man team was a little bit more stable, and most people have these units. They're all relatively free-to-play units. If you hadn't guessed by now, all I'm doing is stalling for time. I'm trying to make sure I don't accidentally push Zeno into the break phase, and trying to make sure Tamarin's skills are ready, and that my sequencing is correct. This should do it. Yeah, Tamarin's got 2 cooldowns left on her S3, so after she does this motion right here, I will be ready to push the break phase. So, when you hit Zeno, he self-pushes, so be careful you don't pound on Zeno too much, or he could cut to the point where he does his ultimate too early. I'm ready to push the break phase, so I activate Singelica's S3. This gives everybody an attack buff. I activate Tamarin. I could S1 here, but I don't want to risk pushing the break phase too early, so I'm going to go ahead and S3, because I'm sure that as long as Kitty does not proc Skill Null, we'll push phase. I gotta tell you, I probably did this 7 times, proccing Skill Null every time in a row. It drove me insane. But this time I got it, we pushed the phase. Now you're relying on, wasted an attack there, that happens. I'm relying on Singelica to give me an attack break. It's a 75% chance to proc that only seems to proc 1% of the time. But I did get my attack break off there, and now it's just a matter of racking up the points. Now, some people might recommend Dust Devil for this fight. I recommend against it. Dust Devil can only proc once per turn. If you look at the skill, it says it right there in the description. It's not like Sirmia's EE, it's only once per turn. So all of these dual attacks, you'll only ever get 1 Dust Devil proc out of it until Sid takes another turn. If you math it out, Cruel Mischief is just a lot more damage. Pulled off about a 5 million run there. As long as you're over 3.5 million, you're going to clear Dagger Sicar easily. We're already only 3 mil shy of it. So Again, I'm stalling a little bit to make sure my skills are all ready and that my units are all lined up. You can go ahead and use Kitty's S3 pretty much at any time because she cycles so quickly. But Singelica and Tamarin, you should try to hold back to line theirs up because they have pretty long cooldowns.
This is my chance.
During this fight, it's usually a good idea to take out the adds when you can. I know you have Tamarin there to help heal you, but those adds do have a provoke, and if your Tamarin's not running really high effect resistance, they can cause problems. So we're getting pretty close to pushing phase, but we're not quite low enough yet to guarantee that one hit's going to push us over. So even though Tam's ready, I'm going to stall a little bit longer to try to get Zeno a little bit closer. I want to be able to one-shot him into the break phase.
Is it my turn?
This is another reason why Cruel Mischief is very useful. Uncontrolled dual attacks like right there could have pushed phase way too early. Without Dust Devil, you don't have to worry about accidentally pushing phase when you're not ready. Everybody's lined up. Singelica pushes her S3 first, giving everybody an attack buff and giving Sid his speed boost. Tamarin launches her skill. I'm again going to S2. It doesn't really do anything, but I don't need the attack. Kitty Clarissa is ready. As long as she doesn't proc skill null here, we should be in good shape. Did not proc skill null, so we push the phase. Now Singelica just needs to put the attack break on. Again, 75% chance. Sure didn't feel like that when recording this, but I got it in the first hit. I also lucked out there. Sid procced his crit damage buff. That really assists with the extra damage if you're lucky enough to get that crit damage buff to proc. I am 99% sure that you cannot miss during the break phase. It doesn't say it anywhere, but never once did I see Tamarin proc skill null during the break phase, so you don't have to worry about that, at least at this point. Sadly, I have a couple of wasted attacks, didn't get lucky dual attacks out of it, but that lets me push into the final phase at over 11 million. You only need 8 million to reach Dagger Sicar, so we're way above the salt already. Because you have Tamarin on the team, you've got a pretty good chance of clearing this out. So just keep everyone healthy, try to keep the adds under control. They do a significant amount of damage, and you should be able to push this all the way to the end. If you do not have Sid, you can try to run this with Violet. Violet might be difficult for phase 1 because his S1 skill has an attack break built into it, and you might accidentally kill Zeno when you don't mean to. Sid does more damage, raw damage, pound for pound, than Violet does, but Violet can make the break phases a little bit less RNG. So if you don't want to use Sid, you can try to use Green Violet.
To take another's life.
I'm not going to bother putting up a 2-man video this week. It's the same old, same old. You run Conqueror Lilius, you put her on either Warhorn or on
I'll do what I want.
Border Coin, and then you run Violet, you put Violet on Cruel Mischief, and you stack as much rage sets as you can on Violet and run them as slow as possible, and you run Conqueror Lilius as fast as possible. You could probably, with that team, hit auto and get triple S plus without even having to look at the game. I ran that team first, and I got 8 or 9 million a couple of times, so it's definitely doable with that team. But nothing beats the damage output of this team, especially because with the healing of Tamarin, you can easily push it all the way to the end for the 700k bonus. So I think this is the easiest gateway to getting your Dagger Sicar this week. I'll go ahead and let this video play out. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it helps you get your Dagger Sicar score this week. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer. And if you have a moment to drop a like or a subscribe, it's always appreciated.
Please don't talk to me. Help? Here I go. Meow. Clarissa wants to play. Meow. Here.
Excuse me.
Meow.
You can't close your eyes.
Hello.
On my way. Ugh. I hate getting hurt.
Destroying everything. Now
Nice.
Meow.
I think I'm going to faint. Go away.
And my opponent?
Can I go home after I kill this one? Filthy creatures. It's time to tear them to pieces. I'll do what I want. Meow. Do your best. Meow. This is the start. Meow. Here.
Excuse me.
Meow.
I'm scared.
Listen to my song. Listen to me sing.
Excuse me.
Please, anybody there?
Nice.
Will you play with me, Meow? Meow, meow. I will together.
Nice. Ah, is it my turn? Excuse me. Cut and slice.
Aww.